This morning on today's checklist, we are talking about sleep, whether that extra hour of shut-eye this weekend left you refreshed or maybe groggy. We have some strategies to help you slumber smoothly during the busy fall season. Here to help is clinical psychologist Michael Breus, also known as the Sleep Doctor. Good morning to you.
You bet.
Glad
Always
to have
happy
you
to
with
be
us
here.
this morning. So we just got that hour of sleep back. I think a lot of people wanted it. It was around the time of the marathon in New York City, so it was like kind of a gift.
Absolutely.
But you say that that can actually be disruptive as we head into these darker days. So what's your number one strategy for people watching for good sleep?
Absolutely. So the big thing I always try to tell people is you want to wake up at the same time 7 days a week. Not for you guys. You guys have a crazy schedule, and we'll talk about that. But for most people, if you wake up at the same time every single day, when sunlight hits your eye, it resets your melatonin, and then it will make sure that your melatonin hits at the same time every night. So by getting up at the same time every day, you ensure that melatonin starts.
So you're giving your body a rhythm that it can depend on.
Exactly.
You have to go to bed at the same time every day?
Going to bed at the same time isn't necessarily as important as waking up is. So I'm going to give people a little bit of a break.
Fall usually brings colder temperatures, of course.
Sure.
How does that affect our sleep?
So we like the cold when it comes to sleep. In fact, our core body temperature has a tendency to drop at night. I tell people you want to have probably somewhere between a 65 and 68 degree kind of bedroom environment. But a lot of people...
It feels good at night.
Yeah, it definitely feels good at night. But people should also think about layering their covers. Don't forget, just because it's 68 degrees in your bedroom, you have a microclimate underneath, and so you want to make sure you can pull layers off. Believe it or not, there's now technology out there that can cool you or heat you from underneath the bed. So there's all kinds of really interesting stuff out there to help people sleep better.
So when you work a schedule like we do, when you wake up and it's dark no matter what, how do you rebound from that?
So it's very difficult, but you want to get as much light as possible. So even in the morning times when there's no sunlight, artificial light can actually be helpful. But a lot of times what I'm telling my patients is, hey, if you can, go outside and get 15 minutes of sunshine. Have your coffee out there in the morning, or better yet, hydrate early in the morning out there. If you can't do that, go ahead and go by the window if it's too cold, or again, use artificial light, because that can be very, very helpful to, again, stop the melatonin in the morning, set that timer, and then have it come in.
Is that specific light, not just like turn on the...
Well, you can actually use the lights in the room, but it's much better to have the other one. Also, remember, light is has a lot to do with vitamin D, and vitamin D is a circadian pacemaker. So when we get that sunshine, and 15 minutes is just the right amount of time to give us that vitamin D that helps us out.
You have something called the 3-2-1 rule. What's that all about?
So the 3-2-1 rule is very simple to follow. 3 hours before bed, stop food, drink, and alcohol, unless your doctor needs you to drink a little bit of water. 2 hours before bed, stop all work, because we want to not have monkey mind. And then 1 hour before bed, you do what I call your power down hour. So in that hour, you take the first 20 minutes for just stuff you got to do. So maybe that's getting backpacks together for kids, or finding shoes, things like that. 20 minutes for hygiene, and then 20 minutes for some form of meditation, relaxation, prayer, whatever gets you there. You need runway to land the plane.
The power.
I like
that.
it.
Before we let you get out of here, this is a good time, you say, to do a proper pillow check?
Absolutely. So a lot of people come to me and they say, Dr. Breus, I've got, upper shoulder pain, upper back pain, or neck pain.
It's all over
It's
pain.
almost always the pillow. A lot of people don't realize, but your head weighs about 8 or 9 pounds, and a pillow is kind of a bed for your head. So you want to have it so that it keeps it sturdy, and you want to be in line with your sternum. You want to be changing your pillow out probably somewhere between 18 months and 3 years. 3 years is on the kind of memory foam ones, but for the really soft, fluffy down ones, you're probably going to need to change those out a lot quicker.
You should.
It's really good.
I do think I need a new pillow.
That could be a good segment just here. Just like what kind
Let's
of
do it. I'd be happy to come back and do it.
What kind of pillow do you use?
I like a nice, high up hard pillow.
So a lot of pillows are different. There's synthetic down, which is good because then you don't have allergies and things like that. I also, personally, I like the ones that are crushed latex with a little bit of feathers involved, so you kind of get all the best of all
You just send us a link, and we'll get the one we need.
You bet.
I will buy whatever pillow you recommend.
Exactly.
No problem.
Dr. Shop Today will be calling you. Dr. Breus, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC, or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.